here talking to you guys. Probably clicked on the video because I'm talking about this band that my excited and my let you to search me or find me. I went to see this band, Citizen Soldier, the band, the thumbnail, when they came to London, to Brixton to be more precise, and being recorded in December, so it was early days of November. I think I went there to see. Again, you can just search on your own and search for the yeah for the posters that they have the tour date announced around the world, and find exactly the date that this video uh, that I'm talking about is happen, and like all the events that I'm mentioning happen around those, like that day of the event and the day after, and you can add all together like you're solving a crime. What's the point? None, but if you're happy, you're happy. Hey. So yeah, fun. If you're not new to this channel, you might wonder why you don't have that microphone that you had before. Funny story. Um, I just noticed that microphone was not working. And not the microphone is bad, it's just like you need proper adapt like a proper tool to adapt to the GoPro, that is the tool like the camera that I'm recording these vlogs and most of the content here. And I don't have that. I thought I could use a different way and work. And then I realized I was just using that as a prop and the microphone didn't even connect to the camera. So, fun times. You try stuff and it's not working. Hey, and I wonder why the microphone made weird sounds, even being plugged and shit. And they're just like, yeah, because it was not plugged, the system didn't recognize. So, yeah, fun enough. But yeah, so it's just the raw footage with the raw sound, and then I will post production. I will try to edit and try to clean. And of course, when you're trying to talk, someone goes by making a lot of noise. Yes, makes sense, especially when you don't have a microphone to reduce that noise. Great. So yeah, it was fun times. Just leaving some suspense. And there is someone buzzing with that suspense. Hey, suspense, suspense. Yeah. So I've been performing for a few years, and 2025 was one of the best initially and one of the worst years of my career. Because initially, I was living in London, happy that I was in London, trying to find a job. I've talked about this again, mentioning the vlogs. Through loads of vlogs, I try to find vlogs, I try to work in different areas, I try to do a little bit of everything, but nothing paid enough for me to sustain a life in London. So I was having my own nights, I was organizing, I was co-helping with other promoters too. I was doing a little bit of what my dream as a stand-up comedian and professional entertainer would look like in certain way. So I'm doing all of that as an artist, feeling joy on writing, gaining that joy, that recognition for the craft that you loved, but at one point you lost the love of it, even if trying to do this professionally. So I was gaining that love, that enjoyment again of performing, of entertaining people. I was having joy crafting jokes that were more my style and more what I want to progress towards than what was my previous sets. And I was doing all of that, and suddenly I got taken out the carpet, and let's put this in a metaphorical way. I got thrown out of the carpet. Um, And life had other plans. Life was looking at me and saying, yeah, you have a taste of what could be your life, of what you can achieve, and maybe you can go further in life if you have a job. You can really become professional at this, but for now, I have other plans for you. And it was really tiring trying to get a job and the job allowing me to keep doing stuff outside of a job. Because I don't know what is this reality that we live together. Like we live in corporations. We live in like in simultaneous this reality that we put together, that we craft along the years, uh, fighting against the oppression and freedom. And we are in a society that, in certain way, eludes the freedom, but you don't have the freedom for such. So I was having a hard time. I would go interview after interview, and the truth is that I might need to turn on the lights because it's gonna get dark. It's around 3:30 by this time in the UK, especially in the winter. It starts to get dark, so I'm gonna just turn the light just a second. Maybe this. I enjoy this. This is a decent one. So, so I was having my moments. I was having the reaching out to my crowd. Um, I was having people coming to my shows on a daily basis or a weekly basis or whatever, whenever the shows were put together. So I had a friend reaching out, saying to me that is like, in last resource, if you want, I can put up a word in the work that I do. And it's not great because you have a degree, you have all the stuff, but it's something. It will help you monetarily. You'll be in a better position compared to what you're now, and I will try to help you. In the worst case scenario, you just come again to the south. I was just like, yep, let me try to search again, apply for jobs, try to get something here in London because I was truly enjoying my life in London. I was given the challenge again of coming to the south, where I left not for the reasons that I did enjoy. I lived in Portsmouth for 5 years. Uh, it was university times. I worked a bit there as well, different jobs. I enjoyed, but the thing was, I left because the opportunities in terms of comedy, stand up comedy, live shows were not the best. And then, again, the curveball comes, and it's just like, yeah, you'll go back again to the south, not Portsmouth, but it's not that far off. You still can go on a walk to Portsmouth. You can visit some friends in Portsmouth. You're not far away, and yeah, you get back to the south. So my life is getting all together, all into pieces. Is getting fine now. It will allow me to hit the road, perform, do a lot of gigs. A bit just in the south. I don't think I will travel outside of the south, but still the south is it's a broad range, so I will go a little bit everywhere in the south, but not like the north of England or stuff. Just the money and resources just doesn't cover everything. So I will still try to maintain around here, even with traveling, but low budget traveling. Let's put that way. And when I mean low budget travel, like any travel below £70, £100 per travel, going and return, like total. And that's already expensive, but trying my best to cover that. So it feels like if I would go to the north from the south, that would cost me 200 just on tickets plus the stuff. So no, that's too much for now, at least for now. Maybe I'll change my mind, who knows. But for now, too expensive. Because for much that I love this, and it's nice. It's truly nice to also record content for sure. I love it. I just set a camera and I talk, and then I edit all the stuff. I put all together and make sense of it, and that's fun for me too. But I truly miss the connectivity that you get from a live audience. You say something, they laugh or not, and that's a positive, like a feedback, instantaneous feedback, straight like it's it's just like the feedback is there already. You don't need to search for like, oh, after 2 hours, how many people saw this video? Did they like it? No, no. You perform in seconds. You have a feedback if the joke is good or not, and if they like it. So I like that. I like that dynamic that can be created from it. But yeah, enough of me. I think I've given a little bit of an introduction, maybe not too long, of myself, of how stuff goes. The place that I got to see the show wasn't the greatest, because I got in one of the corners when I arrived. There was already like a long queue, so when the crowd started getting inside the venue, a lot of people went straight forward for the front rows, like central rows, front row, and it was not seated per most. Like there was some balcony, the seats per se in the venue, but most of the like where most of the people were like a standing area. So, and I always love the standing area. It's fine. You dance a little bit, whatever you vibe. It's cool. So I went for the standing area, and I was hoping to get in the like central row, central part, that I could like record properly, stuff to put here. But yeah, when I got there, the front row was already full, and I start scanning around, and I thought to myself, okay, yeah, no way I'm gonna be able to get to the front to see. And there is the two corners, and I'm like, it might not be great, but still, you have a front row. It's not the best seat or the best place to see a live show, but it's still front row, technically. So I go to one of the corners, and man, I had a great time. I loved it. The structure, the way that they designed the stage and put everything was just like very minimalistic. It's like what they do with their songs. It's most about the lyrics than the song, like the music background in itself is more about the lyrics, and the stage presence kind of feels that vibe too, kind of feels that it's just like, yeah, pay attention to what I'm saying, doesn't matter how, like if there is a lot of stuff going on. Maybe if they have a lot of stuff going on, it will be interesting to see, I don't know, if they move forward and they do other shows across Europe, because it was their first time doing shows in Europe, so they maybe came with a low budget just to test ideas here and see how it worked instead of coming with the whole package. I don't know. Because I know some bands that when they do like the first time in the UK or other places around Europe, they come with like a more minimalistic set, just to see how the crowd reacts, and then if the crowd reacted good in the first time that they came here, they maybe bring a different budget. They allocate all the expenses to bring all the gear that they need to put like a hell of a show. So yeah, it was a minimalistic set, like I said, very interesting. A mix of in the times that they had to make that bridge for the people that are playing with the vocalist, like the band, to drink something, like the vocalist would feel a little bit that time with a little with motivational speaking, which kind of fits the vibe that they are going for. Which it's, if you never heard of Citizen Soldier, it's what the name states. Is a band that advocates for mental health, and in certain way, like the guy tried to feel as much about like mental health, about people caring for others, about all of the stuff. I will leave some of the stuff that I recorded from my phone regarding that. Others, like when is the music aspect of it, will not have the original sound due to copyright reasons. So we'll have a generic sound just in behind, and you will see the image of the concert, what I captured. But I will put here and there some of the those moments that the guy is speaking about mental health, about like empowering yourself to believe in yourself, that sort of stuff. Then it kind once more he goes towards the main message that they pass, that is, You're important, you matter, no matter your circumstances, you matter. Don't quit of life. And that band for me, and let's go a little bit less energetic towards what I'm saying because I'm going to like talk a little bit deep on mental health and advocate a little bit for sad moments in life that I feel everyone has. Some people have the courage to speak up, others keep for themselves. And especially, I came to know about this band on this last year that I was trying to find jobs in London, that I was fighting continuously to get something and get my career going artistically. And per times I felt that any fight that I would put, no matter what, it was useless. And at that time, I came towards this band. This band showed me, or was shown to me on YouTube, I think. Some YouTube channel that was reacting to musics, whatever it was. And I own knowing this band through that. Like I was just scrolling around on YouTube, I think, and it showed to me. And I got intrigued. I went to see. And from then on, I connected. I was just like, fucking hell, these guys, this band, is talking a truth that most people don't dare to speak up. Um, and sometimes you feel alone, and these music make you feel that you're not alone in that fight. Don't quit. So every time I was a little bit more sad, I would just put that music on my headphones, be in my room, and cry a bit. Take that load off my chest, off my shoulders, and cry a bit. Try to expel that dark thoughts that I had about, like, what if someone miss me if I would go from this world to another one, wherever you wanna face this metaphor as. And I was thinking of that continuously, like life comedy was going alright, but I couldn't do more because lack of resources. And the lack of resources, I couldn't find a job, so all of it was tied up together, and I was truly feeling useless, powerless. And that band helped me through that dark moment. 6 months, 8 months, almost a year later, they announced that they are coming to the UK. Hey, they announced they are coming to the UK, and I'm like, man, I, I used to listen to this band more often, yes. Now I feel a little bit more happy, a little bit less sad. But I still listen once in a while, it's nice, it has nice music, but I feel for myself, I owe that band to go see them live. To understand if the studio versions that they recorded at the time are better or worse will never be, but if the live show would meet the expectation that they create through the studio recordings, they might never see this, but for me, they kind of made part of what I am now, of like facing that struggles and make it as fuel to keep going and keep striving and keep doing what I do, no matter what. So I thought, okay, yeah, why not? Right? What it hurts me? Okay, I'll go. It's another event. You see. Okay, I go to the event. Right. The band opening for them. Great choice, to be honest. I'll not mention here, but if you are curious, just search them up. Like when you search the poster or when you search online about the tour in England, you will find the band that is supported them in England. So it was kind of an interesting band, but this is not designed to talk about that band. They start playing, and I immediately enjoyed. Wow, great! There's just like, okay, I enjoy the vibe that they are bringing. Not sure if they can keep up this vibe through the whole thing, but So far seems great. That's why the title is more towards like it was a bit of every emotion in one show. Things that I never seen before in my end. I never went to a live show, live music event that one time like you're crying, other time you are headbanging, another time you're just like dancing normally. It was like a mix of emotions in just one show, and I truly loved it. Was fantastic. Because at certain point you're just like, oh, this is. I know what the song is about, but this song particularly doesn't say anything to me. And then it comes like the hits, the ones that truly spoke to me, and you're just like bawling out like fucking hell. Because the idea of this is not to showcase the music because of copyright. If the platform here would be different, would work in different ways, that you showcase music and work around stuff to like promote artists, whatever, yeah, would be interesting. But I feel that if I needed to do that, either I would need to create the content like a channel just for that, because I wouldn't be able to monetize all the stuff that I do here as soon as I can monetize. So I'm trying to maintain in the way that this is like stuff can be monetized because I work hard for my stand up, for all the stuff. But occasionally I want to talk about the show on a technical side, on a technical aspect. And it's just like if you're curious by their songs, whatever they do in a more depth way, just search them up. The name is in the description, the name is in the title. Just sometimes the name is in the title in this case specifically. Just search them up and yeah, have a listen to it. It's I would say that this is not the typical band that I go watch in like a death metal context that is just like hardcore. No, this is more of a soft rock ballad type of thing. So you might really enjoy, like for people that don't enjoy heavy rock, you might enjoy it. It's nice, it's interesting, it has interesting lyrics, and yeah, go have a look. And in the meantime, enjoy the video. It's here. Enjoy the video, and that's all I can say to you.
It's not easy to go overseas, to leave your family behind, and trust that a bunch of strangers will care enough about the silly songs that you write to show up and support you. Look around you. My goodness, London, thank you so much. I don't think there's a city on this tour that sold more tickets, and the message is very clear. Citizen Soldier is not allowed to skip England. Ever. this night is going to be over like that. And we're going to be walking out those doors and we're going to be on to the next city. And I don't say that to depress you. I want to remind you how long we've been waiting for this night. And I really want you to slow down and to savor it, because we don't just call this group therapy to be cute. It is pretty cute. We call this group therapy because when the music you write is so pointed towards specific struggles, traumas, addictions, abusive relationships, it tends to attract people that have been through similar things. You come from families, from work environments, from neighborhoods where maybe you felt misunderstood your whole life. And I want to invite you to consider that you might be surrounded by people that get it. That is special. We are going to leave and we're going to move on to the next city, but you are going to be here in England. You're going to be with your neighbors, people in the same cities, people crossing by you on the street. And you should know each other, because music is powerful, but there is no better form of suicide prevention than human connection. So please look out for each other. And next time, I want to see you come into the show with each other saying, I met him or her, I met them at the last show in London, and now we're best friends. That's what I'm going to be looking for. And the only thing that helps us sleep at night is the fact that AI cannot replicate this. Thank you so much.